Hey guys, welcome back to another Madballs review. We're taking a look at Splitting Headache from Premium DNA. On the back of the package, we have a picture of the figure itself along with the other figures from Series 1 and the included accessories. On the side, we have a large piece of cartoon art of Splitting Headache, and the other side shows the rest of the Series 1 figures. Madballs come in a protective green box that slides off the package. The actual figure is packaged in a clamshell design that can be removed from the box easily. Madballs was originally designed as a collectible bouncing ball featuring the heads of gross designs from the 1980s. Later on, they eventually added bodies and made them into action figures. Madballs have been redesigned and re-released many times, with the latest being from Premium DNA bringing us these figures. Splitting Headache was part of the second original wave release, featuring a half-rotted and half-skeletal zombie look. Let's check out the details. The face has a large section of blue skin missing, exposing the skull, painted with a textured effect. The skin has a lot of detailing in the sculpt, with wrinkles, warts, and white stitches. On the back of the head, we can see the red blood that splits the skin from the skull. We have pieces of exposed brain popping out of the skull, and we can see some cracks in the skull. On the chest, we continue with the splitting effect, with one side showing off the ribcage and the rest covered in blue and red blood. On the bones, we can also see some green goo spilling out of the stomach. The back features similar details, with more of that red and blue blood splitting the body and more of that green goo on the bones. The left shoulder is mostly bone, with more of that rough texture in the sculpting, giving the bone a lot of detail. The right arm is covered in more of that wrinkled skin, detailed with blue blood. More blue blood is detailed on the joints of the hands with pink fingernails. Continuing the split, the left legs are mostly bone with just a bit of skin and blood on it, while the right leg is covered in more of that red and blue blood spilling over each other. We wrap up the details with the feet of the figure. Both feet are covered in skin with blue blood at the joints and pink colored toenails. Let's check out the articulation. We have a ball jointed head, arms that open and rotate, elbows that bend inward and rotate, wrists that bend up and down and rotate, a ball joint at the chest, thighs that open and rotate, knees that bend back and rotate, and we finish up with rotating ankles that bend up and down. All Madball figures are modular. They can swap body parts from any other figure. The joints pop out with a bit of force and socket in easily. Let's take a look at the accessories. We get a large red skateboard with a metal plate, blood, band-aids, and a rope tied around it as details. A large gray bone with blood, spiders, and more metal bits on it. A crowbar with a brain, eyeball, and blood on it. He comes with a set of gripping hands, a pair of open palmed hands, and a pair of pointing hands. Swapping the hands requires a bit of force to pull off, and they easily pop back into place. Splitting Headache offers a lot more details than the other Madballs, and Premium DNA did a great job on this figure. The sculpting is fun and gross, with a ton of blood and goo coming out of everywhere in the sculpting. Like the other figures, he has a nice weight to them, and the joints feel solid even for a toy that's meant to be taken apart. We get more unique accessories, each with their own gross style. The 4 total pairs of hands really helps with posing the figure and makes the figure feel more worth its price. The modular aspect is a really nice feature too, letting you customize them to your own liking or even just displaying their heads on their own. The nostalgic feel of these figures really hits all the right places, and the iconic gross out looks of the 80s really shows off in these figures. They look good both displayed or in package, and have a good enough articulation to get some unique poses. Overall, the figures do a great job of reviving the 80s gross out style, and Premium DNA did a great job with the Madball series. I definitely recommend checking them out. They have a nice quality feel to them and definitely will stand out in anyone's collection. Alright guys, that's it for this review. More reviews are coming up soon, so check out my other videos or leave a comment while you wait.